It's been crazy. And as I look back on my career path and what my goals in life were just growing up, I've blown everything out of the water I ever thought I would do, and it wasn't because of corporate America, it was because of this industry. You know, when you're a kid, you have big dreams. When you're first getting married, Holly and I were big dreamers. We always drove around Tulsa. Everyone that comes to Tulsa is actually blown away by the beauty of it. We're rolling hills, green country. Debbie always says she wants to move there. And there's so much old money there that there's these neighborhoods that you drive through, and it's kind of like your monster beach homes you guys see, but they're sitting on these acreage homes with big, huge oak trees, and it's just gorgeous. And we used to drive around and look at them, and I'd always tell her, one day, babe, I'm going to buy you that house. One day. And we'd always wonder, what does that guy do? What does she do? It was crazy. One time we saw, as we were driving around this house, it was a monster, beautiful house. There was this one of those rainbow play sets in the backyard. You know, the kids are like, they have kids. You know, not just retired old people live like this. It's crazy. We saw the kids out playing. Holly rolls down the road. Come here. What does your mom and dad do? I mean, what in the world? But what ended up happening is life hit us. And we started having babies, and she decided she wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, which I can tell you as a husband, there was nothing better than my career woman who was going to rule the world said, hey, I want to stay home and raise our babies. And I was like, oh, I'm so excited. Well, there goes a company car, and there goes a six-figure salary. Guess what daddy's got to do now? I got to buckle down. And now it wasn't, hey, one day I'm going to buy you that house. It's crap. I got to replace income and a car and amazing benefits. So I did what all of us know to do. Work harder, work longer hours. I was a commissioned sales guy. So I started going in on Saturdays and Sundays to prepare for my work week. And started realizing, well, if I get there earlier in the morning, I can get more done. And hey, everyone leaves the office at 5. What if I stay later and get more work done? And pretty soon, that life of getting home and seeing my kids and being able to be there as a dad was getting home in time to tuck them into bed. And getting up in the morning, and they're maybe just now getting out of bed, but out the door I'm going. And that was the life I was living. And it was honestly, I thought that's how it was supposed to be. Because when I grew up, that's how my dad did it. Never saw him. He was a wonderful dad, loved me to death. I had great things. I have wonderful memories of childhood. But it's funny, when I look back at him, my dad usually wasn't in them. You know, he's always at work and stuff. And I started going, wow, that's kind of where it's going to be, and that's how life's going to be. And so we were presented this opportunity, and I'm working 60, 70 hours a week. And I just said over my dead body. One, I was insulted. Why would she even consider it when I'm already working all these hours? What, you know, is the nice cars not enough? The private school not enough? Is the hours I'm working not enough? What else could you want? And so I'll let her tell her side of the story, but tonight I get to roast her because last night she roasted me pretty good. But I was like, you know, why are you wanting to do this? And I think deep down inside she's like, I just want to take the pressure off of you. I want to be able to contribute. And so she gets in, and I told her she's going to fail miserably. Because quite honestly, nobody makes any money at this, am I right?
And if they do, they live in Florida. So
yes, they all live in Florida. That's what I told her. I said, nobody makes money in network marketing except some guy in Florida. Who knew it was Charlie?
Always that guy.
And I said, look, I don't want to panhandle my friends and family, right? Because that's what we have to do. And we got to sell a garage. We got to all buy a garage full of junk that no one's going to use, right? Because that's what we got to do. Well, those were the stereotypes that I had in my head, and I didn't want our name, our family associated with that, so I shut her down. And she likes to say she was a submissive wife for 3 days. If she was submissive, it was the first time ever. I think she was just trying to process in her mind how she was going to tell me she was going to do it. And she finally came to me and told me she was going to do it, and I just said over my dead body, no, I don't want us doing it. And she said something to me that day, and I'll never forget. You know how some things in life you remember exactly where you were? Exactly. I can tell you the date. It was September 13th, 2005. I can remember I was standing at the front door, leaving to go back to work. I was home for lunch to come see her, and I was leaving the door, and she said, hey, remember that deal that Bo was telling us about the other night? And I said, yeah. She goes, I think I want to do it. And I said, oh my God, no. no, Holly, I got to go to work. I don't have time for this. She goes, hear me out. She goes, what if this is the next big thing and we said no and some of our friends said yes? How sick are you going to be that that could have been us? And I thought about it as I was walking out the door. I said, all right, you're right. You go prove me wrong. You'll do it for a couple months. You'll quit and I'll never have to hear about it again. I went and got my car and I left. Well, she gets online, starts researching, learns she has to put 2 people in 48 hours. And she thought, or you're kicked out. So I come home that night and her hair,
These people are mean.
her hair's standing up like this. And I'm like, what are you doing? She goes, I gotta get 2 people in 48 hours and they're kicking me out of that
And
company.
I haven't even tried the product.
Yeah, we don't even have any yet. But she got 2 people in 48 hours. And I watched her over the next, it's funny again how I remember these days. It was over the next 5 months, not 6 months, over the next 5 months, absolutely turn this industry upside down. Because a stay-at-home mom, and this is what I want everyone to hear, whether you're a guest or not, you don't have to have experience. A stay-at-home mom from Tulsa, Oklahoma, I was against her. I told her 1 night a week, I didn't want her going crazy with this. She went out in 5 months time and was now annualizing, not making out. Annualizing means what she made that week at 5 months, annualized more than I was making at my job that I had had for 12 years. I'm like, how in the world are you doing this? You're going to jail. I mean, because you're selling crack or something, because there's no way you can be doing this and not be doing something illegal. And I got to go meet the founder of that company, who's Dallin Larson, who's the founder of this amazing company that I believe is positioned 10 times better right now than it was back in September of 2005. And actually, February of 2016, when the scales were knocked off my eyes in this business, and I decided I needed to put my big boy pants on and go to work and have a dream for my family again, and my dream's not to work until I retire. And that's quite honestly what I did, and I'll let you tell the story from there, and then we'll get through all this.
Awesome. So, when he was going to work and coming home and I decided to stay home, I love to work. So when he came home and he was tired, I'm like, how was your day? How many sales did you make? What'd they say? Are you going to get another one? Are you
Can I go buy a Louis Vuitton?
Yeah. Are you following up? Because I was like living through him because I love to work. So this is something so perfect that you can do on the side of what you're already doing, building a side business. I did a lot of hiding in the closet, outside, the backyard. Anywhere. So he didn't hear me on the phone because people were excited. They were seeing results of the product and they wanted to share it with people. He thought I would quit in 3 months, so I had to make money. So I immediately went out there and started sharing. I wasn't shy about it because just like Debbie said, look, this product changed her life. Had someone not shared it with us, Debbie may not be standing in the room today. Are we crazy? Why would we not share with our friends? That's what I love. This isn't just any other network marketing company. This is a company that happens to be a network that has the most amazing products out there. I love the owners of Farmhouse, but they are not going to pay me for promoting the donuts to all of you and you guys coming back because they're a retail type business. But Viseo, for us going out and sharing these products, they're going to send us a check for doing it. And that's all it is word of mouth. We do word of mouth business every day, and I could wrap my brain around that because I'm the ultimate promoter. I'm already hashtagging their brand, Instagramming it, because I have a great experience every time I walk in the door, and I want everyone to hear about it. And it's the same thing with the products. So I got out there, I went and built. I'll never forget. I handed him a check for $17,000. I said, "Hey, let's pay out off your truck." And he's like, first off, he's like, pay for the groceries. I'm like, oh, I've made more than just grocery money. I can pay off your truck. He's like, what's your login and password? I need to check this out. How many nights a week do you need? You go, girl. All of a sudden, the sky's the limit. You can talk to everyone but his friends. Don't talk to my friends. But the business just started to explode, and we had fun. Within a year, his boss had come to him and said, you're making too much money for Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm going to cut your pay by 2/3, get a third of your pay, put a smile on your face, and get out there and sell. And our company was the sky that was the limit. Dallin's like, the more you go out and promote, the more you can make. And I loved what I was doing. He was so frustrated because he was going to a job that he was miserable, and Happy Holly was home every night. This is so much fun.
I'm making more money than you.
But he was able to walk away from that job, and not to say everyone's going to walk away with it. You have to, because people love their careers, but this is a business that you really can change people's lives by helping
Tell
them
them what you
physically
got when I got
and
cut, what you got.
financially. Well, then when that happened, he got cut. The company called me. I had earned a black Mercedes 550 SL convertible, so $120,000 car. His boss is saying, hey, you're going to make a third of your pay. Mine's like, hey, where do you want your new car delivered? I'm like, right in the neighborhood when everyone that drives by that said no, make sure we honk and tell them you should have joined me, right? And so you just got to go big or go home, and that's what we do because we believe 100% in what we're doing. So, Paseo, that's what we're here to talk about tonight. Where dreams begin. And Corbin and I are big dreamers. We're down here in Florida because we love it. Probably one day we'll move down here. We have 3 boys. Our boys were 3, 6, and 9 when we started, and now they are 15, almost 16, 18, and 22. One's at the University of Alabama, Roll Tide. The other one,
did we get some Roll Tide?
all right, yeah. And then we have our middle one that's deciding between Georgia. I know we have a Clemson fan in here.
Sorry.
Georgia and Alabama. So our boys are all going to end up on this coast, and so our goal and dream is to get to this area one day, but we don't want to just get to this area and be a block from the beach or 3 blocks. We want to be on the beach. Hence the reason all of y'all need to go take this and put it into action so that we can get it right?
And you can get what's funny today is Debbie's like, oh, Charlie, remember that house so-and-so taught us on the beach? And I was like, Debbie, is it on the beach? Well, it's a block away. Not interested. I don't care how great a deal it is. To me, you've arrived when you're on the beach. You haven't arrived when you're a block away from the beach. You're almost there. It's like running a marathon and you're at 26.1 and you say, oh, I can't go that last 0.1. I'm done.
Just a difference of like 8 million. That's it.
Right, but whatever it takes. I'm like,
Dream a big dream.
I mean, why not have that dream? I mean, now, with what I did before, and I'm not saying this so you can rah-rah me on. I want to knock those scales off your eyes so you can dream again. Because I believe a dream, if you have a strong enough dream and a passion, if you find the right vehicle, you can get there. You can do it because we're living proof of that. So when I tell you my dream is that beach house, I want you to start dreaming. Because we helped 188 people now become millionaires over the last 13 years. Okay, so it's just not us. We had 14 friends in Tulsa, Oklahoma that made over $1 million at this.
And think of the hundreds and the thousands that became
Thousandaires,
thousandaires.
100,000aires,
Earn an extra
thousandaires.
500 a month, 1,000 a month.
But so we want you to know that can happen, but let's be realistic, okay? Because I don't want everyone walking out, oh, we're all going to be millionaires. What if you made an extra $500 a month? There's a Harvard study out, and this was a few years ago, that said $500 extra a month would substantially change the lives of an American family. Someone the other night said, I forget the exact figure, it was around $300-400 a month would help 90% of bankrupt families not have to file for bankruptcy.
264, yeah.
Was it 264?
That was big.
That's huge. Guys, we now are presenting a vehicle for you that as we go through this PowerPoint and share with you the power of these products, you have the ability to help people become financially free, be able to have, as our good friend Rick Gutman likes to say, a cash flowing asset that's going to pay you for years and years and years and years. And it starts with this 5-star opportunity, because how many of you have been hit up by network marketing? You've been in network marketing and it just kind of never really happened for you. Well, 90% of the time, it's probably because you weren't in the right company.